You're probably neck deep in product planning right now. Let me guess, someone's already told you to just build an MVP. I bet you've made it, or they have made it sound so simple, right? Well, I'm about to tell you something that might save you months of wasted time and thousands of dollars. Because here's the truth. That traditional MVP advice, it's probably the most dangerous thing you could follow right now. I've personally watched several founders crash and burn by building MVPs that never had a chance. But don't worry, I've got your back. Let me show you what actually works. First things first, let's bust a myth. The traditional MVP approach assumes that building something is the first step to learning. It is definitely not. And I've got a story to prove it. Recently, I heard from Tom, smart guy, great idea, or sadly so we thought. He wanted to build an inventory management system for restaurants. Sounds good, right? Tom did what everyone told him to do. He spent some 12 weeks, that's 3 whole months, and dropped about $3,000 building his MVP. Do you want to guess what happened when he showed it to restaurant owners? They smiled politely and never used it. Drop a comment below if you've ever built something people praised but never used. Trust me, I know that feeling. Here's the kicker. Tom built his MVP before understanding how restaurants actually handle inventory. Big mistake. And you know what? Most founders make the same exact mistakes. Now, let me introduce you to something I call the value path principle. Instead of obsessing over your minimum viable product, I want you to think about your minimum viable path to value. See what I did there? It's a completely different mindset. Let me tell you about Lisa. She's a favorite story of mine, to be honest. Lisa wanted to build this massive platform for freelancers. Think Fiverr, Upwork, competing, those kind of things. The whole thing, client management, time tracking, invoices, and all this fancy stuff. But here's where it gets interesting. We discovered that freelancers' biggest headache wasn't managing clients, it was getting paid on time. You know what Lisa did? Instead of building a platform, she created a simple Google Docs template and an email sequence. Total cost to develop that? $0. She sold this base solution for $29 to 50 freelancers and learned exactly what they needed before writing a single line of code. Let me know in the comment what you think would be the fastest way to deliver value in your business. I'd really love to brainstorm with you. Here's the truth about your first version. It shouldn't be minimal software. It should be the minimal solution to the problem. Here's another story that I think might touch you somewhere interesting. I've once shared the story of James in a previous video. The real estate CRM guy. While his competitors were burning cash building automated systems, he did something completely different. For his first 10 customers, he personally sent them daily reminders about client follow-ups. Yes, manually. Yes, it was time consuming too, but check this out. He learned more in 2 weeks of doing this than others learned in 6 months of hiding in their corner building software. And here's another mind bender for you. Do you know that DoorDash, before they built their fancy app, they started by posting PDF menus on bulletin boards with a phone number? That's it. You want to keep it small, keep it simple, learn very fast. Now let's talk about what really matters, the learning loop. Because the goal of your first version isn't to build a product, is to build a loop of learning. Think about Sarah. She wanted to build this AI-powered content calendar for social media. It sounds expensive to build, right? Instead of spending months on AI features, she offered a done-for-you content calendar service. Each week, she would manually review analytics and she would suggest to them content ideas. Well, she was doing the manual AI thing. Was it scalable? Nope. But she learned exactly what content managers actually needed, and that's what matters. After 8 weeks of this, she knew exactly what to build and, more importantly, what not to build. Our eventual product, completely different from our original vision, but it solved real problem she discovered through hands-on work. This is why I get so fired up about this stuff. When you focus on learning instead of building, magic just happens. Alright, future founders or current founders, what you've learned right now, take it into consideration. The value path principle, the real minimum, and the learning loop, and rethink your approach to building products. In our next video, I'm going to show you something that is game changing. My exact $100 tech stack These are tools and systems you can use to validate your idea without writing any code. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you do not miss any of this. And hey, this is important. I want to help you personally. Drop a comment telling me what you're building, and I'll reply with specific non-code ways to test your idea. Let's save you some time and money together.